see who's at quarterback in this second half.
I would sit Jamar. If it's me, okay, if you're asking me, I would sit Jamar. I think he's got to be your starter next week. And if he doesn't come out for this series, we know the answer to that question.
Out to the sideline, Deion Kane with the return shy of the 30-yard line. And here comes Andrew Peasley. So likely the day done for Jamar Smith. And Skip Holtz told us before the game he really liked Peasley's talent, likes the zip on the ball, likes his feet, wanted to see some more opportunities for him, and this is the chance for Andrew Peasley.
Yeah, and just to wrap up, you know, we'll talk more about Jamar, but this is very clearly a nod that Jamar Smith is going to be the starter next week, because if you were still evaluating, then you would still want to see him play and get more reps. So the fact that he is sitting right now means that you're resting him in order to start next week. So Skip can say he doesn't know he's going to start next week. This lineup change right here tells us Jamar Smith will be the starter next week in the playoff.
Well, Jamar Smith in his final tune-up before the postseason was very good today. 13 of 17, 126 yards, 1 touchdown, rushed for a couple of yards, rushed for a conversion, a 1-point try.
Moves, Seattle even.
Skip Holtz's quarterback situation appears to be set now for the postseason next weekend.
And remember last week, you know, after their first 2 drives of the game, they did not punt after that. They were 9 of 9 on third down. They come into this first half. He's 13 of 17 for 126. So there's not an offense that had 6 better quarters than what Birmingham just had over their, you know, last 2.5 quarters last week and then the first half this week. And I don't know if there's been a quarterback, honestly, and we've watched this the entire year, Kev, that has played better for a 6-quarter stretch than what Jamar has just done. So there's not a hotter player in the UFL, and that's exactly how Skip Holtz would want it moving into the postseason, where he's trying to lock up his 4th straight championship.
Omaha. 3rd down and 1, empty backfield for Birmingham. Peasley looking right all the way, finds his open target. That's Marlon Williams, and Williams into Memphis territory down to the 46-yard line.
All right, so Peasley is just with the single safety, going to be looking over to the right side. He's got single coverage, and at that point, the linebacker is not breaking on his eyes, so he's got an easy completion on that little under route and a good move after the catch from Marlon Williams. And it's another first down for Birmingham. Here's my question, though. We've got Devin with a sweater on, and Peasley has the hand warmer on. So exactly what is the temperature down on the field? Because the way I feel it here in Memphis, it's no need for all of these cold weather apparatus.
Well, it's 83 degrees.
Well, Joel, I think... Well, listen to this, guys. I think I get a pass because, you know, when people they'll forget what you said. They'll forget what you did. They'll even forget sometimes how you made them feel, but they'll never forget what you were wearing. Peasley, on the other hand, should not have a hand warmer on.
So your robe is fine, but Peasley...
Yeah, it's style, you know?
We've got...
They'll remember what you wore.
Rio, Indy on tank goes.
Okay. The no-button cardigan is fine, but the hand warmer is off limits.
There you go.
Got that, Kev?
Omaha,
you never know when a cold front's going to move through.
Was it so important for you to let everybody know that there's no button?
I was just being observant. It is a no-button cardigan, or a robe, also known as a robe,
or a half-finished suit jacket. I'm not really sure what we're talking about.
That's right now. That's right.
Wait, Kevin, you made it clear you were on my side and that you liked it.
I'm on Team Devin all day long, unless I'm on Team Joel. You know, really one of the 2 teams.
Of course, Kevin is on Team Devin. He wants to go to the spa too.
I mean, Devin and I are just 1 letter apart. I got to stick with Devin.
It's a good point.
Hey, Omaha.
I agree.
Ready, Satan.
3rd and 4. To the sideline, but tossed by Peasley. Nice move on the edge, and Jordan Thomas has the first down.
Here we go. Let's go. Leo, Penguin, 48, bang. Leo, Penguin, 48, bang. Leo, Penguin, 48, bang.
Hey, it's a touchdown right here. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Leo, Penguin, 48, bang. I'm on. Ready? Here. Coming across, Fagan.
More play calls from the sideline versus going up to the line and evaluating and calling then, at least early in the Peasley series.
Yeah.
Ready, Satan.
Peaslee, good protection and a strike over the middle of the 16-yard line. Really nicely done by Peaslee, who finds Rogers for a first down.
Here's what I like here is that he's going to see that he's got really wide safeties. So what does that allow? It's an open middle of the field, and so you exploit that middle of the field, and he's got a good win right over the ball.
Who's your even stop
and his eyes never leave it. And there's Amari Rogers, another Clemson product. I tell you, they hit home runs with these Clemson guys, don't they? Deion Kane's been good for them. Amari Rogers has been pretty good for them.
Omaha! Ready, set!
Saw Dabo Sweeney at a game earlier in the season to watch some of those former Clemson Tigers.
You know, it's this new law in physics. You can't throw it through them. There we go. There we go. Let's go, Leo. Here we go. Let's go. I tell you what, go Lion. Let's go Lion. Let's go raise odd. Lion, raise odd. Lion, raise odd.
We're very close to just having Skip Holtz join us as the third man.
I was going to say, he's great in the film. He's giving live commentary and calling the plays all at the same time.
Omaha, Omaha!
Second down and 10. And off to Rogers. Ooh, Rogers is stuck. Eli Walker, top 10 in the league in tackles this year, and a form tackle there.
Here we go, third and long. Let's get it.
Here we go. Let's go Razor. Here we go. Let's go Razor. Let's go Outlaw. 37 Spoon. Razor, Outlaw. 37 Spoon.
Here we go. Razor, Outlaw, 37 Spoon. On one, ready?
Opening drive of this second half in Birmingham in the red zone.
Here we go.
But a big third and 10 here.
Ready, set!
Pressure coming. Peaslee off his back foot, lobbing for the end zone, and a flag is down. Davion Davis making his break. Looked like he got tripped up on his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think he definitely got held by Eli Walker. Eli made the great play on the previous stop, but watch Walker here, number 7. He just holds him right there, and then they get tripped up, and he's got the left arm around his hip, and he kind of drags him down. So clearly some illegal contact / holding there from Eli Walker, the safety.
And a fresh set of downs, the result for the Birmingham Stallions.
Peaslee's looked good.
Seems poised, under control.
He can also handle the mid-play evaluation from his head coach, so he's got everything going. It's just this hand warmer. I can't get over the hand warmer. I know he played at Wyoming, Utah State, so maybe he's just more comfortable with this. It's like, you know, when you play in Wyoming, you got to put a hand warmer on like September 20th.
Yep.
Oh, we got a 10 zip, 12.
They just stopped with the uniform for the Cowboys.
Omaha!
First and goal.
Ready,
From the 2. Peaslee on the roll, tried to throw back across his body, looking for Cade Johnson, and it'll bring up second and goal.
Well, I'll save Skip the air. I'll tell him right here, like, hey, man, you got a flat route that's wide open. Watch this. Sternberger is wide open for the touchdown. Give it to him. Give it to him right now. You can't throw back across your body. That's just overthinking it. You got to be 1 outside, then 2 inside, only if they take away that first route on the outside. So Sternberger needs that ball right away, right out in front of him, and it's a touchdown. But he doesn't make that throw. Sternberger doesn't get his touchdown, and now it's second and goal.
There you go. Omaha, Omaha!
Person in the backfield with Peaslee. It'll be Person who gets the carry. Stacked up initially, late surge, pushing for the goal line. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Birmingham.
What an effort from Ricky Person. And he's going to get stopped all the way back about the 3 and just never stops. Look at him just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and he finally gets across that goal line. Great determination, a little help down low. That was Barry Wesley from Colorado State, number 69, helping him in there. And the Birmingham Stallions right back down the field, this time
Here we go.
under Andrew Peaslee.
Ham, pacer odd, wave shark on one. Ready?
And an offense that has hit its full stride late in the season, continuing to pour it on. 29 points on the board midway through this third quarter. And the try for 1 and a trip on the break by Roundtree. He'll be stopped well short of the 1-point attempt. But the Birmingham Stallions up 29-9. Field goal, 2 quarterbacks getting it done. And Birmingham looks like a team that is poised once again to create a lot of headaches in the postseason.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play this team right now.
From the 7-yard line, Memphis with their first offensive possession coming in the second half. Andrew Peasley leading the Stallions to that last touchdown. He's with Devin.
Yeah, I'm interrupting Skip because Skip, get out of here, okay? Andrew, the plays, everything's going good. The question that everybody's wondering is, what is the weather like? Why would we have a hand warmer on? What's the thing behind that? What's the method to our madness?
I like to keep my gum in there, you know.
What?
Yeah,
Wait
chew
a
some gum in the
second.
game. Don't got any right now, but.
Oh, we're going to have to visit that a little more. Gum? What kind of gum?
Peppermint sixes.
Hold on, let me smell. Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, you keep playing well. Get back with Skip before he loses it.
Wait, what are we
Get
doing?
back with Skip.
Where he holds his gum?
Gum, guys.
I just want to go back to the fact, did we actually have a man smell another man's breath on live television on a football field? Because I believe we just saw that from Devin Gardner.
I think so.
Yeah, minty freshness.
Well, you know what? Let's play this out. Let's play this out. He's like, well, I know I'm going to be, like, Skip's going to be in my grill all day. You know, look at this. So I'm going to get the film evaluation. So I'm going to go with the hand warmer to hold the gum so that when I see, so Skip's now in my grill and we're going over the film and I've got the minty freshness.
I feel like that's an excellent sponsorship opportunity for someone. I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
you could be the person or the company that puts the gum in the hand warmer.
What are we doing here?
Here we go.
Look at this. What?
Let's go.
Oh, Devin,
Not bad.
we just played a clip of you sniffing his breath.
Here we go. Let's go. Ace right.
Not bad.
54 Miami on Monday. Ready?
Not bad at all.
Throw it at him. You know what?
Here we go. Monday.
That's good enough.
Devin,
Even
you've got
Devin will
double
sniff it.
snaps. I can't.
Third down and 3. Dresser win. Nice move in the pocket, trying to get away. There is a flag down, and so is Dresser win. Helmets are off. Win is down. The sack from Jay Sanders, his first of the year.
Jim Turner is unamused.
He's clearly unaware of what's going on the other sideline.
Hands to the face, offense. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
Well, any hands to the face is going to draw the ire from Memphis after that first super challenge from earlier in the game. But this one's about as obvious as you get when the helmet comes off. Look over there on the left side. Yeah, just a big left paw up in the left side. That was James Tunstall. Played his college ball at Cincinnati. The left tackle, 6'6", 304. And now Memphis will have to punt it away. And Andrew Peasley and that minty fresh breath will be back on the field. I can't get over this.
4th down, Mengel punts it away. And a short punt takes a Birmingham hop. The Stallions didn't need help, but they're going to have the football in Memphis territory when we come back. Chew on this one. Andrew Peasley back to work in Memphis. Yes, sir.
You know, going to be talking about on this play down inside the 5. Jay Sternberger wide open. Give him the ball right away. Outside in. Andrew Peasley tried to go back inside and wasn't able to get the completion. And that's what Skip was talking about. You know, and again, you've got to have thick skin if you're going to play quarterback for Birmingham. But here's the thing. If you play quarterback for Birmingham, you're going to be in an offense that is conducive to you playing well. You know, so you've got to take some of that. You got to give and take. And Peasley right now has an opportunity to put together some film here and a really good offense.
On 1st down and 10, the handoff to Roundtree. He'll get a yard. And it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Let's go, Lou. Here we go. Let's go, Lou. Free, Lou, Flo, Florida.
Here we go. Here we go. Lou, Flo, Florida, 27 trade. I'm on, ready? There we go. Omaha. Ready, set. Oh my God.
Not sure what the snap count was, but everybody moved at their own pace.
False start. Offense, number 8. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Deon Cain, one of many that went early.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Any thoughts? Here we go. Lou, Viking Reed, 13. Lou, Viking Reed, 13.
Here we go. Lou, Viking Reed, 13 on 1. Hey, what's that 8?
I got it.
Here we go. Omaha. Ready, set.
Second 14. Peasley down the sideline incomplete. He had Sternberger as the intended target, well covered
down
by
the field.
Rivers.
Come on, pal. Let's go. 3rd and long. Here we go. I want to go Lex. Okay. I want to go Lex. Okay. I want to go Lex. Whew. I want to go Florida. 44T. Florida, 44T. Lex, Florida, 44T.
Here we go. Lex, Florida, 44T on 1. Ready? Let's go. Curl. Come on, swing. Get lined up.
4 is always a curl in the route tree, so
Omaha.
some sort of
Ready,
curl
set.
combination.
4-man rush from Memphis. Peasley with time, but nobody open. Directed traffic now. He'll run down the sideline, and Peasley with a first down. He ducked back in to get that first down yardage.
Well, he's going to have an open receiver to throw to right here over the ball, and he decides not to. That was number 13, Davion Davis. So as he takes off, now it's really on him. And he's able to stay in bounds right there, almost like Patrick Mahomes, who was legendary for getting close to that out of bounds and then just sneaking his way past the line to gain. It'll be a first down for Birmingham. Fast.
Here we go. Omaha. Watch it.
First
Ready,
down
set.
and 10. And it's Peasley on the keep. Got a block on the edge, but a flag down on that block. Deon Cain was out there blocking, and he may have held.
Did that same thing. That's crazy. My bad, Deon. That's crazy.
Holding. Offense, number 8. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's not on you. What the hell? No, it is.
Here's Cain on the outside. Has played so well over the last few weeks. 4 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Haven't really done anything, including not getting a catch here today, but a clear hold as Peasley was trying to get outside there on the left.
Rio outlaw, 35 jerk on 1. Ready?
He's had so many big plays down the field too, Cain. You know, that'll be big in the postseason. You know, you're probably not going to see that. Maybe you will here, 29-9. But Cain's ability to get down the field is what's so impressive.
Peasley over the middle, finding Davion Davis. 3rd catch of the day for Davis. You look at the history of this Birmingham Stallions franchise in these last 3 years, and it's championship after championship after championship for Birmingham. And
here you go, Rio Flow, outlaw,
3-time spring football champs, with all of the flux they've had this year at quarterback, all of the questions they've had at quarterback, and it seems somewhat fitting that their original quarterback might be the guy to lead them back to glory again this year. And a flag down, this will back him up 5.
False start. Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Plus 96-point differential in the playoffs for Birmingham these last 3 seasons. Pretty remarkable.
It really has been, and if you look at what they have done in previous years, you know, they have been an offensive-led team. Even last year, they were the #1 scoring offense, #1 total offense. They've always been good running the football. This year, it's been different. Skip's been having to try to figure out this offense and what they're going to be. Meanwhile, their defense is the one that's one of the best, if not the best units in the UFL. #2 scoring defense, great in the red zone, as we've talked about. They can get pressure on the quarterback, so it's been a different feel.
So a third down coming up.
Well, this ball batted at the line of scrimmage, right up the helmet of the offensive lineman. Tips and overthrows usually end up in the hands of the defenders, and this time it was actually caught by the offensive line. I was wondering, I was like, wait, was that a interception fumble? But no, Barry Wesley actually caught that, number 69. Big man runs into the football. Would have been better if he just batted it down to the turf. So it would have been an incompletion, but you can't fault him, right? He probably hasn't gotten to touch the football since he was like 12 years old. And so it lands in his lap, and he's like, screw it, I'll take the 3rd and 22
I'm going to get a catch today, no matter what it takes, as Birmingham takes timeout.
It was wide open. We got 2 of you going deep on the half-field safety. You're in the slant. It's all right. We're good. Come on.
They completed the 3rd and 26 last week. Kate Johnson got that conversion. Part of an 82-yard day for Kate Johnson.
There you go. Rob Atlanta, 24 Pirate on 1. Ready? There you go. Hey, Omaha.
From the 46 of Memphis, it's 3rd and 22. Peasley to the sideline. Catch is made, and back into field goal range goes Jalen Camp. He's short of the first down, but it might be enough to put 3 on the board from Harrison Mevis.
Yeah, Mevis has been so good this year. I mean, he has been really good. He's 18 of 19. His only miss was from 63. They don't probably put the jinx on him, but he's been really the best kicker in the UFL this year.
I haven't had any till you got out there.
His story well known, the Missouri Tiger trademarked 2 nicknames. Trademarked the thicker kicker and trademarked the nickname Money Mevis. Not sure if we use either of those, if we have to pay a trademark fee, but from 54 yards, Mevis bangs that one home. A flag is down, though, on the 54-yard make from Mevis.
Did they jump on that side for Memphis?
Offside. Defense. That penalty's declined. Field goal is good.
Him almost spilling out of that helmet. But he has been now, what is he? He's made 2 today. He's now got his long of the season, 54. Made from 53 at DC. That was natural grass. His only miss was from 63. It was actually against this Memphis team, and that was the kick 6, if you remember, which led to a big first half for this Memphis Showboats team. But that's his only miss. He's been excellent.
His college long was 61, so he certainly got the leg as Jonathan Adams with the catch, and Adams out to the 48-yard line. Speaking of guys who could make a jump to the next level, Jonathan Adams certainly is that guy. There's Mevis, Harrison Mevis, looking at the kick that he just banged home, studying the pad to make sure he had it lined up correctly.
And Kevin, remember that 61-yarder in college, it wasn't just a throwaway long field goal. That was as time expired against Kansas State for the win. A kick when he played at Missouri. That's an SEC record, by the way, that 61-yarder. So, you know, he's got the leg, he's got the distance, and he certainly has the accuracy.
2nd down and 10 with 41 seconds to go in 3rd. Memphis down 32-9.
You know, I've done St. Louis here recently, and really all of these teams during the course of the late stretches of the season. St. Louis and Birmingham are playing the best football, and the team that becomes the scariest, I think, is Birmingham, because offensively, they're just going to be more dangerous than St. Louis. You know, Duggan has brought some stability to what St. Louis is doing. Nice run here on the left side.
Jalen Jackson breaking free and gets the first down.
But Kev, the explosiveness and the ability to put up a lot of points in a game, that lies with Birmingham.
Henny, you in?
Birmingham with 32 on the board today. Through 3 quarters, the Stallions look playoff ready. A 32-9 lead over Memphis. Jamar Smith pointing forward toward the postseason with a 13 for 17 performance in the first half. Prince, 9 rushes for 39 yards and a score, but Birmingham's been efficient. 5 drives, 5 scores for the Stallions offense today.
Well, they haven't punted. You have to go back to the opening 2 series of the game last week in their win against Michigan for their last punt. You know, so you think about all of those series. They were 9 for 9 on 3rd down the rest of that game. They have not had to punt here today. Like, you know, again, this offense is playing incredibly well.
The 36, and it's intercepted. Crowder's got his 2nd pick of the day. Does he have his 2nd pick 6? Crowder on the run, breaking tackles for the 2nd time today. Crowder takes it to the house.
That was so cold. Oh my.
Tae Crowder. Wow. He's right in the middle, and he's going to step right in front of this ball. Again, he's reading the eyes of the quarterback. He breaks perfectly on that ball, and he is right there to undercut it. How about the fake option pass? He fakes like he's going to pitch it out to the outside, and it draws the offense, now defense, out to the outside, and then he takes it, splits the offensive lineman and quarterback, and beats the wide receiver to the end zone. Henney was on his tail right there, 83. Here's the fake option. Watch this. He acts like he's going to pitch it out right here, and Isaiah Henney's like, okay. And then he takes off to the inside. That is an incredible play. And instincts from a defender on the run.
Going for 1. The handoff on the jet sweep to Davion Davis, who puts 1 more on the board, and it's 39-9. Birmingham on top, and Tae Crowder gets a repeat
Headbutt me.
performance.
Don't you
Tae
dare
Crowder.
headbutt me. Sorry, Kevin. I just watched one of the most amazing plays ever. I'm concerned as well. Where do you pull out the fake speed option pitch? Talk about it. Hey, where my dog at? Hey, what Deuce at? Deuce. We're going to let him catch his breath, but unbelievable job. I think you're after Jamar's job. What's going on?
Hey, man,
I seen him. He broke with me. He's beside me. I knew he was going to be ready for the pitch. I had to fake it, so I did it. He was right there with me, so, feel me? Joe, did you hear that? I saw him. I knew he was ready for the pitch, so I had to fake it.
I had to fake it.
How do you feel about getting it faked? Does that mean you get an assist?
hey, man, he killed him. Hey, I'll take the assist. You know what I mean? As long as my dog score, man, every time. As long as we both win him, and I'm always good.
2 picks, 2 touchdowns. Outstanding job. Very good.
Come on! Yes, sir.
He wasn't even a high school
quarterbacks that can't execute the fake pitch that well.
They cannot. That is so impressive that he can do it on the fly like that after interception.
None of those quarterbacks are on this broadcast, though. Both of these quarterbacks that I'm talking to today could execute this with style.
I mean, first of all, it's an excellent interception, right? Because he breaks perfectly, and then there's the fake pitch. You know who used to do that really well? And Kev, I know you know exactly, but Eric Crouch used to do that so well for Nebraska. Led to the Heisman Trophy there, and I believe, what was that, 2001. And Crowder executed right here like he's old number 7 in Memorial Stadium on the outside. That was incredible. And Henney fell for it, too, and rightly so. It was a great pitch.
At least history happens here. First player in UFL history with 2 interceptions returned for a touchdown in the same game. The former high school running back and wide receiver, showing he probably should have been quarterback for Harris County High School as well.
So now the offense is playing their best football this season. And the defense, I was concerned about the defense because of the Ronnie Perkins injury and the Bradley and I injury. And yeah, what have we seen here today? Kevin, we've seen Steve Linton, you know, played his high school ball at Baylor. And he got in and has some pressure today. My J Sanders has had some pressure. Tae Crowder, 2 picks. Kenny Robinson, excellent play in the secondary. After coming back, he missed 5 games with an ankle injury. So now all of a sudden, like, Birmingham is at their best right now moving into the postseason.
Well, Court Chamblin's going to get some help added to that mix next week because Skip Holtz telling us before the game that he thinks Bradley and I will be back in the rotation and in the mix next week for the postseason. Arguably their best pass rusher over the course of the year.
Left. My fault. We got trio left, 64, Viper, X-Shallow already. Yeah, Viper, right.
Anai has been, I think, easily their best, including Ronnie Perkins. And so now you're going to have Anai back. Then you've got Jay Sanders. You've got Steve Linton. The interior has been very good. In fact, Carlos Davis, 96. Oh, here's more pressure here.
Right up the gut. And pretty good work by Troy Williams to get away from that pressure. But it's 4th down. Skip Holtz singled out Delonte Scott as well. He said he has made some huge strides over the last few weeks, and that's the opportunity he's gotten with the injury to Bradley and I.
Yeah, Delonte Scott had 5 pressures last week. You know, Sanders had 10 pressures the last couple of weeks. They've just struggled actually getting to the quarterback. I was going to say, even from the interior, though, Carlos Davis, Perrion Winfrey, their interior guys, they each have 17 quarterback pressures on the year. That's blocked.
And a blocked punt. The one thing we hadn't seen, a special teams play and a blocked punt, as knifing in to get it is Ricky Person Jr.
Media timeout.
Is Birmingham ready for the postseason? 39 points on the board, 2 pick sixes, and now a blocked punt from Ricky Person Jr.
In Fox.
Everything looking up for Birmingham, including their quarterback play. Jamar Smith, again, starting the ball game here late in the season. Came in mid-season. He's got great familiarity with Skip Holtz in this offense, and they have been playing so well all day long. That one was to Jay Sternberger on the first series of the game. Then he started completing things underneath, and you just see the rhythm, you know, the athleticism and the drops, the rhythm, he's hitting his back foot, the ball is out right away. He's much more accurate than he was just a few weeks ago, and you get those reps and you get that confidence. Last week, played his best football. Offensive player of the week in the league, 22 of 31 for 307 and 2 tugs. Today, he was excellent. 13 of 17, 126 and a touch in 1/2 of play. And so he's playing his best football. And here's what else I would say, guys, and we're with Skip a lot. I think Skip was in a better rhythm with Jamar Smith at quarterback than we have seen him at any point this year. And that's evidence of we haven't seen this team have to punt.
And as we're playing downfield,
you know,
offense, number
last
65.
week, really, this week. And, you know, Skip is certainly at his best when Jamar is in there at quarterback.
Let's go downstairs to Devin Gardner.
Hey, I have turned my brain off.
Yeah, I'm down here with the aforementioned Jamar Smith, and Joel's just singing your praises. Outstanding performance today, but we want to look forward a little bit. Talk about the next week, and obviously it hasn't been made a decision on who's going to be the quarterback. What is the quarterback room thinking about Michigan?
Great defense. They have a strong front seven. They give us a lot of looks of what we need to try to attack and everything. So going into the week, we just try to figure out what they're trying to do to counter what we're doing. Go out there, execute, be smart with the ball, and go out there, try to put points on the board.
What can you say about everyone? All 5 different quarterbacks have played this season, and obviously you're the last one to have his starts. All of you guys have had your shows of brilliance, and today you were exceptional. Maybe Offensive Player of the Week again. Talk about the entire room and how you all have helped each other.
We compete with each other, man. Every day we work, we do our drills, we ask each other questions, we critique each other, criticize each other, just making sure that we're better than each other. Iron sharpens iron. So every day we put the work in, we go out and watch film, try to understand what Coach O's wants with the play calls and everything, and just go out and execute.
So everybody knows, it's very clear that you know everything about this offense, right? When install comes in, Jamar Smith is the guy to go to make sure that they know what they're talking about. How much of a service have you been to the rest of the guys? Because I'm sure they lean on you a bunch.
You know, I try to help out as much as I can. Besides Coach O's, I'm probably one of the guys that know the offense pretty well. So whenever somebody has a question or a concern or anything, I try to be the guy to ease it out, or just, you know, making sure they're easy with what they're thinking. Try to go out there, you know, mistake-free, not thinking too much, to go out there and make plays. So it's our job to understand what's going on and be a playmaker to get our guys a chance to make plays.
All right, we all just watched you play so well, and we're all going to be sitting on pins and needles waiting for Coach O's to make a decision on who's going to be the quarterback next week. What is your experience going to be like sitting and waiting?
next opportunity up, man. I'm going to keep working, keep doing my same routine, making sure that I'm ready for the playoff game. You know, still, you know, go to the gym, go get my 30-minute incline walk, get in the sauna. You know, not trying to do anything different. You know, be smart with the ball. There's no more redos, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of a big execution game, making sure that we'll go out there, go 1-0 each play, make sure we're playing to the end of the season.
Good luck, Jim.
Appreciate it, man.
He's been tremendous since being added again to the roster with the decimation of that quarterback room due to injuries. Getting Jamar Smith back, and it's not too strong a statement to say this, may have saved the season for the Birmingham Stallions.
Yeah, I think that you're right. And again, the rhythm that he's playing with, the rhythm that his coach clearly has in play calling. You know, Deon Cain has come to life on the outside. No, he doesn't have a catch today, but he's been terrific over the last few. They're running the ball better. This was another thing. You know, they struggle with turnovers and then the lack of run game. And we've seen them run the ball really well here today. You look up, they're running it for over 5 a carry on 19 carries. And what you've got then is the ability to take care of the football, be in better situations as far as down and distance goes. And they have not turned the football over. So these two things that have really plagued them during the course of the year, you can see when they play clean, you know, they're going to be tough to beat. If they play clean and win the turnover battle and can run the football, they'll win another championship.
Second down and goal. Swing out of the backfield to Roundtree. Up the sideline. Roundtree diving for the pylon. He's going to be out of bounds short of the goal line. It'll be 3rd and goal, Birmingham.
Good physical finish by Roundtree out there on the left side. Good block out in front. These wide receivers are not afraid to get a little dirty. That's Cade Johnson in front of Roundtree. You can see just steps out at the 1 as he's trying to get to the pylon. That brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Richie Ham, Baltimore odd on me. Here we go. Omaha. Ready, set.
3rd and goal. Hand off and in for the touchdown is Larry Roundtree. And Birmingham over 40 points this afternoon.
How about this block? Check out Deontay Brown. He weighs 344 pounds. I want you to see this double team right here. Watch him come off the ball and just knock Boogie Roberts into the end zone. If you're on a double team, you got to get movement, in particular in short yardage. Look at number 8. He's on skates. That's exactly where Roundtree is at. And there's the big 350-pounder Deontay Brown checking out his work.
Omaha for 1.
Ready, set.
Thomas, the tight end, in motion. Beasley to the end zone.
And they're playing really well. I know we've given a lot of love to the offense, but remember, the bulk of the season, the unit that has carried Birmingham to the playoffs in this 6-3 record has been the defense. And now the offense is just catching up.
Troy Williams finds Isaiah Henney. Let's listen in to Corey Chamblin calling the defense for Birmingham.
Hey, train, Silver, Florida.
Hey,
personnel, train,
34 Charlie Reed, half left. 34 Charlie Reed.
Hey, watch the read, Beer. Watch the read, Beer.
I mean, you heard. You want to that? Luetti! What's that?
Cut back. Jackson pounded down.
Let's go. Hey, toes chase, 1 house. Toes chase, 1 house.
Here we go. We got trips right off. Pistol, 339, rat on 1, ready. Rat.
We're down at 3.
You want to that? Ready? What's up?
Williams in some trouble, chased by Myjay Sanders. Pressure coming again. Williams hit as he throws, and he finds Henney for the first down.
Well, this is great effort by Troy Williams. Little boot out to the right side, and he's got to escape, first of all, Tae Sanders, and he does. And then on the opposite side, Delonte Scott was bearing down, and he's got to get rid of it before he takes a hit. And he's able to hit Isaiah Henney for the first down.
Here we go, sit down. Ready? Right there.
The 10, Williams on the keep. And Williams
You almost got me,
picks up a few over the left side as we approach the 7-minute mark. Back to Corey Chamblin.
Hey, here we go. Toe six, one out. Toe six, one out.
We got ace right. We got ace right, 54, Chevron hammer. I'm ready. I didn't break the huddle, though.
We didn't break the huddle. Man breaking the huddle. 5-yard penalty, second down.
I didn't break.
You can't break the huddle with 12.
I didn't break it.
You have 12 in the huddle. You can't have 12 in the huddle.
Hey, let's go. Train down, Silver, Florida.
54, Chevron hammer, ace right. Yeah, 54. We go, sir.
Second and 11.
Ready? Go, sir.
Williams, pressure up the middle, and he's blasted. Tae Sanders to the quarterback for the second time today.
Well, he's been setting up this rush, so he's been going outside, but here he's going to fake outside and then go back inside of the tackle. Watch this. Outside, then inside, and he's got a free run, and Troy Williams just doesn't have a chance. Great job by Tae Sanders. Getting inside of the tackle there, an easy win, and he gets the sack. That's his second of the day.
I'm ready. Hurry up.
3 sacks for Birmingham.
Here we go.
21 on the season.
Downtown, sir.
3rd and 17. They set up the screen for Deneric Prince, and Prince running out of real estate. Flag is down.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 41. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Tae Sanders looking for sack number 3. Got an early start. So 3rd and 12
Trips right
for
off.
Memphis.
65 thump, F Ocean. I'm ready. Here we go. Ready? What's up? Hey.
42-yard line. Williams checks it down. Caught by J.J. Wilson, the tight end. Breaking tackles, hitting that spin button that gets down to the 48 of Birmingham, 2 yards short of the first down.
We kind of started this game with J.J. Wilson, didn't we? Remember that grenade package that they came out with all those defensive linemen in the game, a couple of fourth down conversions where J.J. Wilson took it in, and it's back. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Here we go. We get all the big guys back on the field. 4th and 2. Let's go.
Wilson with the carry again. Bouncing to the outside, trying to turn it and go back the other way, and this time Birmingham ready. That grenade was a dud and a turnover back to Birmingham.
And hop out. All right.
Well, that's why you need a second play. They did, as you can't do something just 3 times in a row like this and expect it to work out. So you've got these guys blocking down on the offensive line, blocking out from the backfield, and everyone just overloads it from Birmingham. You've got to have a throw or something misdirection off of that. Defenses are too smart. Those players know what's going on. They see that formation. They immediately know that it's going to be J.J. Wilson over that side. And all that weight is not enough.
Here we go.
Stack up.
Richie, Seattle
and Jim Turner turns it over on downs. And Birmingham is back on the field offensively.
First down and 10.
Hey, easy.
4:20 to go to the
Indy
postseason.
25. Indy 25. Omaha, Omaha. Ready, set.
Beasley, the quarterback, the handoff to Larry Roundtree. Picks up a yard, maybe 2 as he falls forward. But the important thing for Birmingham right now is they want that clock to run. 4 minutes to go, up 46-9.
Richie, Seattle even on 1. Ready? There you go. Omaha, Omaha. Ready, set.
2nd and 9. And again, Roundtree the carry, blown up in the backfield. Famatau with the tackle. Some of the stars of the UFL this season was moving to the postseason. Bryce Perkins, will he be back for Michigan? He's been out since week 7. How about Jonathan Adams? Memphis has struggled, but Adams has had a really nice year. Deon Kane, the usual deep threat and big play potential. Cornell Powell, the UFL leader in touchdown catches. Jacob Sailors getting it done on the ground. And Jordan Tamu, likely UFL MVP for the DC Defenders. On 3rd and 11, and there's Deon King, the favorite. Again, coming up next on Fox, it's NHRA Racing, the New England Nationals. Points leader Tony Stewart and company coming up on Fox.
If I were to be a betting man, I think the value is with Birmingham with those odds that we just saw.
If those odds are the same going in to the postseason, that feels like it would be a pretty good play with Jamar Smith playing the way he is right now.
Yeah.
Razor, same side, Texas even, ghost. Almost ready. Bunch.
Played 1/2 today to Jamar, 13 of 17, 126 yards and a score.
There you go, Omaha.
Matt Corral can come off fire next week. Alex Magoo started the season as the starter. He is closing in on a return as well, and it'll be interesting to see with Skip Holtz, but you've got to believe the way Jamar Smith has played and the fact that they sat him down for the 2nd half today means Jamar is probably getting the nod for the postseason.
Well, and the luxury is that if you need one of those guys to come in and play, you can always have that. I go back to last year. Remember, in that semifinal against Michigan, you know, they were down. I believe it was something like 18-3 or something along those lines in the first half. And the league MVP, Adrian Martinez, didn't have it that day. Matt Corral had to come off the bench and lead them back to a win before Adrian went back into the lineup for the championship and ultimately ended up winning the UFL with Birmingham. But, you know, they'll have that opportunity next week. And if they need someone to come off the bench, they'll have guys that they believe in.
He jumped offside.
Memphis using a timeout with 36 seconds to go.
Interesting timeout.
The hill would seem a little too steep, Joel, down 46-9 with under 45 seconds to go.
Maybe Jim Turner just wanted to continue to give the officials and Dean Blandino a piece of his mind from that first Super Challenge.
Well, a tip of the cap to our crew, not only today, but all season long. It's been a lot of fun to be part of the ride during the regular season. Kurt Menefee, Joel Klatt, Devin Gardner on the call next week in St. Louis. That'll be a raucous atmosphere and a ton of fun. 4th down and 1, and the handoff and a run for Marlon Williams all the way down to the 10-yard line and a 1st down for Birmingham. Producers this year, Mark Titleman and
another timeout.
There you go, hey, T-Bone.
Producers this year, Mark Titleman and Brad Weimer, Rich Dewey and Rich Russo directing.
It got pushed.
Our terrific crew on site all across the UFL, running cameras and making sure that all the sounds and sights of the UFL get into your living rooms. We appreciate every bit of the work that you all have done this year. One more for us, and that's next week in St. Louis. Birmingham headed back home to take on the Michigan Panthers after a throttling of Memphis today. 46-9. Birmingham with the win. They close their regular season at 7-3.
Too much respect for you and the job that you do.
Appreciate you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. No, I meant.
Once again, our final score, Birmingham 46, Memphis 9. For Joel Clapp, Devin Gardner, and our entire Fox Sports crew, I'm Kevin Kugler saying so long from Memphis. Coming up next on Fox, the New England Nationals. It's NHRA Racing